Well, it is serious to the countries around the Persian Gulf, but it shows how desperate the Islamic Republic is because they can't actually do damage to the people who they're fighting against, which is the Americans and the Israelis. So they're so desperate that they have to threaten the Arab countries around the Persian Gulf, which is so far it has backfired because they are now lobbying the United States to go for full regime change, given that the Islamic Republic has proven to be such a threat to their business model, especially the UAE. Even if the Islamic Republic survives this, even if all of these military operations stops, nobody is going to look at the UAE the same way before that they looked at before. So every form of investments or trade or tourism to UAEs, that whole business model is now being threatened. So every single attack against these countries is going to make these countries more determined to lobby the United States to just finish the job completely with the Islamic Republic. And I don't know what they're like. This is just their sign of desperation because they have no. It just shows how the very little leverage they have against the United States.
What is the understanding on the ground as to who's actually leading these negotiations? Because I know we've talked about this before. You have the IRGC leadership, you have other factions. Unclear who's actually winning this race behind the scenes.
So we have Ghalibaf, we have Vahidi as the head of the IRGC, we have Zulghadr as the member, as the head of the Supreme Security Council, we have Abdullahi as the head of the Khatamul Anbiya, part of the IRGC, we have Najat as the head of Sarullah, we have Musavi as the head of the guy in charge of the missiles and drones. So the most important right now are Vahidi, Ghalibaf, and Zulghadr. And honestly, I don't think even the Islamic Republic really knows who's in charge because there's technically nobody is in charge. Everybody has their own level of influence and they're competing against each other. Mujtaba is nowhere to be seen, and Mujtaba is the only source for Ghalibaf's influence right now, him claiming that Mujtaba Khamenei is endorsing whatever he's doing. I think he's making that up, but that's the only reason why he has any influence right now. But this is a power struggle, and this is why President Trump's ceasefire and the blockade is working very well. I think the Islamic Republic prefers actually fighting in the battlefield rather than the negotiating table because the pro-regime people actually become more united in the middle of the battlefield. There is no rally around the flag effect, unlike what many Western commentators will tell you. The vast majority of the Iranian people will always be against the regime, because especially after what they experienced in early January. But in the middle of a battlefield, if you're actually fighting, it does unite that 5%, maybe less than 5% pro-regime people. It does unite them, and the ceasefire and the blockade is actually dividing them and is turning them against each other. And that's why the blockade and the ceasefire is working very well so far. It's actually a very efficient, less costly way for President Trump to harm them without the cost of the military operation and without the risking American lives. It saves it. President Trump prefers this method because it saves the infrastructure of the Iranian people for the Iranian people. And if it's turning the regime against itself, then why stop? Why give an excuse for a unity with the regime followers? Why stop them when they're fighting against each other? So, and it's also it's really getting them really close to complete bankruptcy very soon if it's successful.
For all our viewers asking where One America News is heading in the future, we would like to introduce you to OAN Live. OAN Live is the best way to stay up to date on all of the hard-hitting, straight-shooting, national and international headlines. And the best part is, OAN Live is only $4.99 per month. All the credible, honest, unbiased reporting One America News offers at a fraction of the cost of cable. Just go to OANN.com to easily sign up for OAN Live and stay informed.